Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Vidyarthini's Academy of Computer Science, Learn with Passion. In today's video lecture, we'll be seeing about virtual machine, which is the continuation of first unit. And before we get started, if you like my video lecture, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Let's get started. Virtual machine. So let's see the definition of virtual machine now. The fundamental idea behind a virtual machine is to abstract the hardware of a single computer. Hardware in the sense the CPU, memory, disk drive, network interface card and so forth into several different execution environment, thereby creating the illusion that each separate execution environment is running its own private computer. So this is a very long definition. Now let's try to break the definition and understand. So what it says, the fundamental idea behind virtual machine is to abstract the hardware of a single computer. So only one computer and the hardware of that single computer. What comes under hardware is the CPU, the memory, disk drive, network interface card and etc. Whatever the hardware that the single computer is using into several different execution environment. There will be several different execution environment. Hence what happens? It creates an illusion that each separate execution environment, there are different execution environment, right? And each separate execution environment is running its own private computer. Ultimately, actually what is happening, there are different execution environments and each and all the execution environment is using the single computer and the hardware which is connected to the single computer. But it creates an illusion that each execution environment is using its own private computer and private hardwares. So this is what is virtual machine. The term virtual, what it means? The term virtual is like something which is not real, but we tend to make it look like it is real. So that is what is virtual machine. So as I said earlier, what is virtual? Something which is not physically real, but we try to make it look like physically real. The best example for this would be a virtual reality. In these virtual reality headset, and if we watch a movie, it creates an illusion that we are in that movie, or it creates an illusion that something is happening around us. But in reality, it is not happening. We are just watching the movie. Same way, when it comes to operating system, this virtual machine creates illusion that that each execution environment is using a separate computer and separate hardwares, but whereas in reality all the execution environments, each one is using the same computer and the hardware related to that computer. So all the execution environment is using single computer and the resources or the hardwares related to that single computer. So that is what is this virtual machine concept. So now let's understand about the virtual machine with an example, that is with a clear diagram. And in this diagram we have two separate system models. That is, first one is the non-virtual machine system model and the second one is the virtual machine system model. So in the first one is the normal system model, that is where the hardware is there on top of which we have the kernel and the process is happening. Whereas in a virtual machine, whereas in the system where we have implemented virtual machine, we have a hardware and on top of which we have virtual machine implementation, and on top of which we have three separate virtual machines. And each virtual machine 1, 2 and 3, each virtual machine will have its own kernel. Virtual machine 1 will have separate kernel, 2 will be having its own kernel and 3 will be having its own kernel. And this is how the virtual machine is implemented. That is, if this system is having the Windows operating system, there is a hardware and in which we have implemented Windows operating system, and this virtual machine implementation, because of this virtual machine implementation, we can have three separate execution environment, that is virtual machine 1, 2 and 3, and each virtual machine can have a separate operating system. That is, in VM1, virtual machine 1, we can have say Ubuntu operating system. Virtual machine 2, we can have Linux operating system, and same way virtual machine 3, we can have some other operating system. So it just creates an illusion that each execution environment, that is virtual machine 1 is an execution environment which creates an illusion that it is having its own separate system and separate hardware resources. That is, this system, this virtual machine, this system, the diagram B has basically it is having Windows operating system. But just because we have used virtual machine implementation, we are able to create three different virtual machine, and in each virtual machine we are able to have different operating systems, such that this kernel is not related to this the virtual machine 2's kernel. So each virtual machine is separate from the other virtual machine, and it is able to use its own operating systems, like say the base operating system is Windows, but whereas each virtual machine is having its own operating system, and thus it creates an illusion that it is having its own private system and private hardware resources. So this is the concept behind virtual machine implementation. So this is the system model of virtual machine, and it just creates an illusion that each execution environment is having its own private network, private hardware resources. Now let's take a deeper look about the implementation of the virtual machine system. We have learned about two modes, that is kernel mode and the user mode. So now we have to understand where does this virtual machine software runs. The virtual machine software, in the sense virtual machine implementation. This virtual machine implementation software runs in the kernel mode, and virtual machine itself, that is the VM1, VM2, VM3, these are the virtual machines, and these virtual machines run in the user mode. That is the kernel mode and the user mode. Here we are talking about the physical, that is the real kernel mode and the real user mode, the actual kernel mode and the actual user mode. So virtual machine implementation, that is the operating system, that is the virtual machine software runs in the kernel mode, whereas the virtual machines, that is virtual machine 1, virtual machine 2, virtual machine 3, the virtual machines itself run in the user mode. So here we are talking about the real kernel mode and the real user mode, right? Now the question is that each that is we say that virtual machine runs in the user mode. Now the question is that the virtual machine itself has its own private hardware and private. It just creates an illusion that each virtual machine is running it in a separate system, and it has created the illusion that it is using its own separate hardware resources. Now the question is that when it is having its own private system, it should have its own user mode and the kernel mode. So how does this works? That is the question. Let us see that. So just as the physical machine has two modes, when we consider the actual machine, that is the physical machine, it has two modes, that is user mode and the kernel mode. So must the virtual machine. So when we say physical machine is having two modes, the virtual machine should also be having two modes. So as a result, we must have virtual user mode and virtual kernel mode. For this virtual machine, that is VM1, we will be having its own user mode, that is virtual user mode and virtual kernel mode. So but ultimately the virtual user mode and the virtual kernel mode will be running in the physical user mode, whereas since the virtual machine implementation software will be running in the kernel mode of the physical system, and the virtual machine will be running in the user mode of the physical system. And the virtual machine will be having, that is VM1 will have its own virtual user mode and virtual kernel mode, both of which runs in the physical user mode. So both of which we will be running in the physical user mode. So virtual machine software, that is virtual machine implementation, will be running in the kernel mode of the physical system, and virtual machine VM1, VM2, VM3, all this will be running in the user mode of the physical system, and each virtual machine will be having its own virtual kernel mode and virtual user mode, both of which will be running in the physical user mode. Alright, this is the detailed explanation about the implementation of the virtual machine. So what will be the modes present in the virtual machine? Alright. So now that we saw about the implementation of virtual machine in detail. So what are the benefits of a virtual machine? Virtual machine, the basic benefit of a virtual machine is that protection of resources. That is, resources of virtual machine 1 is protected from the virtual machine 2. That is, the resources of one virtual machine is separate from the resources of other virtual machine. How is it possible? Because all the virtual machine are implemented in a single system. So when it is implemented in single system, how we say that the resources are protected? The answer to this is that when the resources are used by the virtual machine 1, so there will be a space allocated for the virtual machine 1 in the physical hardware. So that portion will not be accessed by the other virtual machine. So virtual machine 2 will have its own separate portion in the physical hardware. Same way, virtual machine 3 will also be having its own separate portion in the physical hardware. In that way, the resources of one virtual machine will not be accessed by the resources of other virtual machine. So in this way, we are protecting the resources of one virtual machine from the other virtual machine. Say like virtual machine 1 resources are separate from the virtual machine 2. So the main benefit of implementing virtual machine is protection of the resources. We can implement this virtual machine by downloading VirtualBox or VMware into our system, and we can since we have the Windows operating system, we can after downloading the VirtualBox, we can try installing the other operating systems, and we can make use of it. So this is the concept of virtual machine. And that's all for this session. In this session, we saw in detail about the virtual machine. In case if you have any doubts regarding the virtual machine concept, please do comment below, and I will try my best to answer your questions regarding the subject topics. And my next topic will be in process management. And if you like my lecture videos, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you. See you in the next lecture video. Thank you so much.